Well, hello, ladies and gents, and welcome back. So, in this segment, it's pretty brief. We're going to talk about specialized types of cells. Now, as you sit here, you're made of like 10 trillion cells. There are trillions of cells in your body doing all sorts of different jobs. So, you may have begun your existence as a single cell, but then those cells divided and created new cells. And eventually, different genes got switched on or off. And then you create these specialized cells that do all these different jobs. So, here we're just going to run through some of the special things that certain cells can do. So first we have fibroblasts. Blast, I think of it as builders. Blast cells that are blasts create something. In this case, fibroblasts create fibrous proteins, these interwoven proteins that make really tough connective tissue. So stuff that helps hold your skin in place, stuff that holds your muscle in place, ligaments that hold your bones together. Those tissues are all made with fibroblasts. So fibroblasts make tough fibrous proteins to help hold things together. Epithelial cells. The prefix epi means upon, so this is an image of some skin. So you see at the top, you have all these flat layers. So epithelial cells cover surfaces of the body. Now, there are different types of epithelial cells, but they all serve the function of covering something. So every surface of your body has epithelial cells, whether it's inside of an organ and outside of an organ, the lining of body cavities, your skin, everything has epithelial tissue covering it. Muscle cells, pretty straightforward. They do one thing, they contract. And when they shorten, they move things. So skeletal muscle moves your skeleton, so it moves your body. But you also have stuff like smooth muscle that we see here that contracts and moves things through your body. Think of like your esophagus or your intestines or your stomach, stuff like that. Fat cells are pretty straightforward as well. They contain triglycerides. They store energy in the form of fats. So again, it's a great energy storage molecule or cell. So you can carry your energy with you. But those nonpolar lipids also trap heat, so they can insulate the body and provides cushioning. So cushioning for organs. So again, I've got plenty of energy, and I haven't been cold since the mid 90s. So that cells do that stuff. Okay, macrophages. Macro means big. Phage means to eat. So literally translated, macrophages are big eaters. These are cells that can actually rearrange their cytoskeletons, the proteins inside of them, and they will wrap around and engulf things that shouldn't be there, like bacterial cells, like what they're depicting in this image. So these macrophages can swallow up stuff that shouldn't be there, and then they use their lysosomes to digest their enemies. So it's sort of amazing what we can do to pathogens in our body. Our cells can swallow them up, destroy them, recycle them, and then turn them into molecules of our body. So, like, what do we do with our enemies? Not only do we vanquish them, we turn them into our own tissue. So, a cool feature of macrophages. Nerve cells send and receive electrical impulses, so they allow you to send messages throughout the body in milliseconds. So, it's a very rapid means of communication. And then we finish with reproductive cells. Reproductive cells are focused on one thing, making a new cell that is ultimately a new organism. So oocytes, that's the fancy term for eggs, and sperm are the other reproductive cells. And when they combine, you create a new cell called the zygote, and that's a brand new organism. So these are the types of cells that you want to be familiar with. Thank you much.